Greece is a member of the European Union and Schengen agreements, so holders of any residence permit will have the freedom to travel and have access to 184 countries and territories, including Liechtenstein, Switzerland, Ireland, and Norway. As of December 2019, Greece was ranked 5th in terms of attractiveness, in terms of being attractive to foreign investors. So let's talk about the most important product, which is the residence permit, or the purchase of real estate properties. This program is available since 2014. It can be participated by foreign citizens that have purchased property or properties amounting to 250,000 euros, that have signed a lease agreement for a minimum of 10 years for hotel accommodations or finished tourist residencies in integrated tourist, provided the minimum cost of the lease is 250,000 euros, purchase a plot of land or acreage and proceed to erect a building totaling no less than 250,000 euros. Residence benefits include benefits are for family members such as spouse, parents, in-laws, and children up to 21 years old. Permanent residence permit issued for 5 years, renewed respectively. You do not need to confirm any financial dependence between the family members. The benefits of the program include the minimum investment, the lowest investment, which is 250,000 per one investor. Athens are providing quite competitive prices for per square meter. There is no limit to the number, type, and location of properties. No requirement to reside in the country throughout the permanent duration. Simplified and fast-tracked process. They can use the owners can use the property themselves, so rent it out. This is the possibility to stay in the country, but this is not an obligation to reside in the country for the program participants. The consideration, the period of application consideration lasts for up to 2 weeks' time. So a simple tourist visa would be enough for you to come and apply. Starting in April next year, investors that have bought a property in central Athens, in southern and northern suburbs, will have to spend 500,000 euros instead of 250,000, whereas the previous 250,000 euros will be still applied throughout all the remainder territories or areas of Greece. As I said before, the procedure is quite simple. It only includes 3 steps. You just need to choose and purchase real estate. The rest of it is very simple. After having purchased the real estate, you can apply electronically. That is in the electronic format. In 2-3 weeks down the road, the applicants are invited to submit their fingerprints, and then they get their permit within 30 days. The procedure is quite fast and simple. There is an opportunity of to conduct a remote transaction, remote. You can remotely sell and remotely buy. Who can participate in the program? Non-EU EEA citizens who intend to invest personally or through a domestic legal entity if their investment project will positively impact the development of national economy in Greece. Non-EU EEA citizens, company executives or shareholders of a foreign legal entity that would like or citizens, shareholders, or executives of a foreign legal entity intending to invest in Greece up to three, and citizens, company executives up to 10 executives, depending on the overall amount of investments. In addition to those that have already been issued to the investment project owners, together with the investors, their spouse, parents, in-laws, children up to 21 years old get their permanent temporary residence permit. If they leave the country, they still retain their status. As for the investment activity itself, there are no restrictions regarding the sector or location of the project. The only requirement is to have positive impact on national development and economy. The investment activity can take place by way of construction of new facilities, business acquisitions, restructuring, expansion of current activities. Factors taken into account for assessing the impact on national development and the economy are investment cost. The legal framework does not set specific limits. As for the investment rate, the law doesn't include any limitations. However, investors have to invest no less than 250,000 euros. The procedure here is also very simple. As for the procedure itself, we have 4 steps here instead of 3. Number 1, preparation of your business plan and approval by the Greek Minister of Development. The ministry is issuing a special certificate and mails it to the consulate service in the country of the applicant. Then, number 2, interview at your local consulate and acquisition of a national type D visa. Number 3, apply and receive your certificate of submission. Number 4, issuance of your residence permit within 60 days. Next is investment in bonds, securities, or bank deposits. This program is available to non-EU EEA citizens who invest in Greece in securities or bank deposits as individuals through a domestic legal entity in which they hold all of its corporate shares, that is 100%. As shareholders or executives of a foreign legal entity, up to 3 residence permits are issued depending on the amount of the investment. Investment amounts, depending on the amount of investment, up to 3 residence permits are issued, starting from 400,000 for A and B category, starting from 800,000 euros for the category C. The residence permit is to be renewed once every 5 years. And as for members of the family members get their residence permit together with the main applicant. Their children should not be older than 21 years of age. The in-laws and the parents of the applicant get the residence permit for the same term. This is our novelty. This is an absolutely new development in our practice, in our reality. This having to do with digital nomads. Digital nomads mean immigrants that are taking selfies somewhere on the beach with their laptop or notebook. However, the post-COVID reality discovers many more people that would like to change their format of life, and we get a lot of people that are we see scores of digital nomads. The program, the remote activity or work has become the standard of life. This idea has actively is actively spread throughout the world. The only thing you need is a very good Wi-Fi connectivity and a little bit of place. Greece is a very good country for the remote work because the country is ranked third amongst the most popular destinations in this category, and on top of warm sea and picturesque islands, we also can talk about the 5G, fifth generation technology that's used here, as well as the fact that the Microsoft company has established here the data processing center. This program is in operation since September. Is going to be in operations starting in September 2025. It will include interpreters, freelancers, and the main obligations of digital nomads is not to look for employment and not to not to implement entrepreneurial activity, that is not to contact with Greek employers. They have to confirm, they have to prove that the source of their that their employment is outside of the country, outside of Greece. Also they should not have contacted the tax residents of Greece in time past, and they should not render services to tax residents of Greece as private entrepreneurs. Talking about this category, the person can stay in the country, but they are obliged to be employed by an employer that is outside of Greece. The main prerequisites include having an employment contract and a stable income, and the amount of income and having a confirmed income of minimum 2.5 thousand euros a month after taxes, and if the applicant is accompanied by his or her family, this amount is increased by 20% for the spouse and 15% for each child. There are two ways to obtain a digital nomad residence permit in Greece: either after obtaining a national type D visa, which is issued by the competent consular authority of Greece, or after entering Greece with any valid visa, such as a tourist visa type C, or with visa-free status for 19 days. That way, one can apply for this to participate in this program. The duration of this program is 2 years. It is renewed once every 2 years. They have to maintain their income, and they have to stay in Greece for no less than 6 months a year.